Hello, everyone, and welcome to Multifamily Monday. We're gonna take a moment to see, have our people file in via Facebook and other mediums. Appreciate your attendance here. Give us a quick moment. All right, we're gonna get the ball rolling here. We've got some special content that we're gonna share with you guys today. We want to reiterate that Keller Williams is the #1 real estate firm in the United States. And we're definitely happy with the things we have currently going on at Multifamily Investment Advisors. I'm going to have my associate, Kelly Rich, let you guys know about some of the current opportunities we have available. Kelly, if you'll take it away.
I will take it away. Thank you, Vince. Yes, so I'm going to let you know we have some investment opportunities with us. The first one I'm going to talk about is the West Chatham portfolio. This is a mixed use portfolio of residential and office / tenant retail tenants totaling 55 units within 3 contiguous buildings. This is fully occupied buildings under long-term ownership. The current owner has pride in ownership. As such, the units are well maintained. This asset presents a light value add opportunity offered at $3,150,000. So definitely reach out to us for more information on that asset. We also have an opportunity to pick up 22 units in Calumet Park. Calumet Park, if you're not familiar with it, is located about 25 minutes south of downtown Chicago. The package is 2 blocks from the I-57 expressway. It consists of 2 buildings on the same block. 16 units in the portfolio are new gut rehabs, very well maintained buildings, renovated in 2015 and 2021. It does offer a 8.3 blended cap rate and a per unit price of about $62,000. This asset is offered at $1,372,500. We also have an 8 unit available. This is a multifamily property located in the historic Bronzeville neighborhood of Chicago. It features remodeled luxury condo quality units and a stabilized tenant base. It's a turnkey investment opportunity. It does have below market rents. Neat thing about this, and is an attractive unit mix, they're all 8 apartments are 2 bedroom, 2 baths. Like I said, condo quality finishes, in-unit laundry, and the full appliance, stainless steel appliance package. Tenants pay all utilities except water there. Individual furnaces, central AC, and 8 secured parking spaces in back. This is being offered at $1,985,000. Definitely reach out to us for more information on these and other assets we're currently marketing. I'm going to post our contact information in the chat, but our website is www.chicagomultifamilyinvestments.com. You can also reach us by phone at 312-863-8990 and email, which is investment@kwcommercial.com. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Kelly. That was amazing. We want to just kind of close out this webinar with a featured TV spot that our team director, Tony Hardy, was featured in yesterday. And I'm going to share that right now and hope you guys enjoy it.
I can't hear it.
How much money? Keep them in.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, we're not talking about anything because Arlington Heights is not buying the land for the Bears. The Bears have taken an option on land that they're going to pay for themselves. Arlington Heights is not talking about financing the stadium. So there is not necessarily a cost in that.
I'm saying the economic impact of the Bears.
The economic impact exceeds, the 10 games or so a year that the Bears are actually playing in Chicago, if you include the preseason. It is literally hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising, in exposure, in marketing that the city of Chicago benefits by showcasing our city every time the Bears play, by bringing people, many of which who don't come downtown otherwise to Chicago, into the loop, into the city, to spend money in our hotels, to spend money in our restaurants. Even the cultural institutions who initially had said that they were concerned about Bears traffic and the crowds displacing their visitors now recognize that the Bears actually and their fans and the teams bring their families to the cultural institutions. So it's a positive impact to have the Bears in Chicago for the cultural institutions, the museums and the park that are in direct proximity to them.
Okay, Lawrence Masal, president of the Civic Federation, thanks very much for joining us. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Thank you, Mike.
Joining us now is Anthony Hardy. He's a commercial real estate broker with Keller Williams, and he's the immediate past president of the Commercial Forum Committee of the Chicago Association of Realtors. So, Tony, bring us up to speed. When we talked 13 months ago, there was a vacancy rate downtown as a result of the pandemic that was in double digits. What's happening now?
The Chicago multifamily market has rebounded sharply in 2021. There's a lot of demand for apartments, and a lot of that is fueled by the North Lakefront and the Chicago downtown market rebounding sharply.
So why do you
Uh,
think
they,
that is happening? From your you take the market pulse as a broker who's in the fray there. What's going on?
well, at first it was a lot of concessions, but they pulled back on the concessions.
In other words,
And
that's the owners of the buildings cutting the rent or making
there you go.
or agreeing to do improvements.
Yeah, come on in. We'll give you 2 months free rent. Just move in. We'll give you, an extra 3 months or something like that. They were making all kind of concessions to get people in. A year and a half ago, they pulled back on the concessions, and we've seen a 10% reduction in the vacancy rate in the downtown market as well as the North Lakefront.
So instead of being about 14, 15%, it's now down around 5 or 6?
Yeah, so citywide we're at 5.6%, which is the lowest lowest vacancy rate in over 2 decades for the city of Chicago. We've rebounded sharply in demand. Now, one of the things is that construction started to kind of slow down pre-pandemic, and a lot of people sat on the fence during the pandemic. So the delivery shortened, but there's still an affordable housing crisis and a shortage of apartments. And we're starting to see those fill back up.
Now, everybody's got an anecdote that with somebody they work with or, the cousin of their next door neighbor who supposedly can't sell the condo or who is selling the condo for a huge discount. How much of that's taking place?
Those are happening too. Those deals are a little bit more far and few between because there has been more demand in that residential section because your own private space has become a lot more sacred, especially condos that have some kind of a green area or rooftop or something like that where you can get out, get some air. We do see a lot of retail vacancy in the downtown corridor and some other corridors around the city. But the main driver for those are going to be population. As the population increases, so will the retailers come back and things like that.
Yeah, because it's kind of depressing for a long-time Chicagoan to walk down State Street or parts of Michigan Avenue, even on the Mag Mile, to see those visible vacancies, the retail vacancies. How long before those bounce back?
So we're starting to see a shift in the retail segment as well, but I believe it may be a little bit more lag time before we see it. The first driver is going to be the apartments, and as the apartments come back, we should look to see the retailers coming back. The fact that those stores are open for some people, those challenges will create some opportunities for other people, and now we're seeing, as things are stabilizing a bit with the widespread vaccines and the economy starting to bustle, the city is humming again, we'll see the retailers come back into the downtown market, into some of those other areas, especially following the people who have strong incomes. It's my understanding that Chicago downtown metro area is one of the fastest growing metro areas in the States. There's people that want to live there, people that love that space, and I love it being a long-term Chicagoan.
Well, the Loop Alliance put out a study based on the 2020 census that showed downtown Chicago the fastest growing downtown of all the big cities in the country, but it's obviously taken a huge hit in this pandemic. You're working from home right there. How long will this work from home continue, and how bad is that going to hit downtown?
So I think that some of this is a new normal. So one of the things that we do here is we're doing more of a hybrid approach, right? We're working from home, we're working from the office, and we're kind of stuck in between. I remember all of our team met up at the office, and we're so used to doing Zoom conferences that we actually had a we actually had a meeting. Everybody was in the office, but during the meeting time, we were all on Zoom. And it's just an
Why was
interesting
that?
dynamic. So we were shouting, "Hey, can you turn? I'm getting some feedback from you over there. Can you turn your mic down?" And but it's a new normal for us. I think that the downtown office market will continue to stabilize. That's not a bright spot, but there are some bright spots in commercial real estate, and one of them in the Chicago market is the multifamily sector, multifamily market. They're redoing how we look at spaces, right? How you look at space, how you design your space, and there's opportunities for companies to move around. I know our office, we're moving around in 3 offices. One office, we're moving from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor. Another office, we're taking in another 15,000 square feet, but we're going to redesign how the layout so that people have a little bit more elbow room.
I was out on West Randolph Street recently several times. Very few vacancies compared to parts of State Street or Michigan Avenue. What's the magic sauce over there?
I don't know. It is magic. The wife and I were over there a few weeks ago. We went to a live event, and we figured, we could just go to Randolph and grab a bite to eat after. And what a big mistake. Every restaurant, there was a 1 hour to 2 hour wait to get a table. We finally ended up getting a place at a taco shop, and it worked out fine. And even that, we're excited about that, to see the city bouncing back and the vibrancy and the light, in the city. So
how do we spread that around? How do we spread that pixie dust all over town?
Yeah, that we got to figure that part out. But we have been seeing a lot of the Chicago. I was downtown a couple weeks ago at the Merchandise Mart, and it's humming again. We're moving, and I know a year ago it was ghost town.
Anthony Hardy, Keller Williams, a commercial real estate broker, and a guy who's really plugged into what's happening in the market, bringing us a pandemic update. Himself working from home right now, but sometimes going into the office, kind of the way we all are doing, or many of us. Tony, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after a quick break. Joining us now is State Senator John Curran of Downers Grove, who with several other Republican lawmakers has introduced a proposal that would give police in suburban Cook County the option to appeal to the chief judge of the Cook County Criminal Courts Division if and when State's Attorney Kim Foxx refuses to file felony charges. Why are you doing this?
Republican leader Jim Durkin and myself represent a large portion of Cook County, and the suburban police chiefs have approached us with their mounting frustration in dealing with State's Attorney Foxx's office and the heightened standards that they believe she's applying in charging someone with a felony crime. She is not applying the clear and convincing standard that is appropriate at that stage. And in fact, what they believe is she's actually applying the trial standard of beyond a reasonable doubt. And they are seeing charge after charge be rejected. And they're frustrated, and they're trying to provide safety in their community, and they don't feel they're getting the cooperation from the state's attorney's office.
I mean, Senator Curran, I have gone round and round this mulberry bush with Kim Foxx. She says that she approves about 85% of the charges that police request her to file.
Mike, these are the chiefs that are actually doing the job in their neighborhoods, in their communities, and they are not getting the level of cooperation that they believe they need from that office. So this is certainly a disconnect that the state's attorney needs to address.
So what would be the benefit of going to the criminal court's chief judge? And would that be appropriate? Because we think of the judges as being the neutral arbiters there. Would having a judge approve charges, would that be an appropriate step?
It is. We would not want to just give it to law enforcement themselves or to the police themselves to charge. It's good to have that reviewing independent individual. The chief judge of the criminal division would not be the trial judge, would not be ultimately hearing the case, but it would be an opportunity for the police to present the evidence that they have and have it reviewed to see if they meet that standard of clear and convincing evidence that a felony crime was committed.
As State's Attorney Fox often points out, only fewer than 10% of the shootings, and we've had thousands and thousands of them, do Chicago police make an arrest?
Mike, right now, our research shows that there are 47 individuals on the streets in Chicago that are charged with either murder, attempted murder, or aggravated discharge of a firearm intended to injure an individual. These are violent criminals, and Cook County's catch and release system, the police are catching these individuals, and the Cook County criminal justice system is turning around and releasing them right back into the public. That is the problem here. And what is, as we talk about the Safety Act, the Omnibus Safety Act that the Democrats passed here in Springfield, they're looking to take that catch and release system and spread it out statewide here in 2023. And the problems we see in Chicago are going to be spread throughout this entire state if we do not, once the police catch someone, charge them, do not apply an appropriate standard on release.
All right, State Senator John Curran, who has a lot of experience in this area. For 19 years, you were an assistant Cook County State's Attorney, now living out in DuPage County. Thanks very much for joining us, Senator. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Thank you, Mike.
Last weekend, we reported on an opinion survey by the pollster Ogden and Fry. It found a majority of likely Chicago voters support Mayor Lightfoot's order to city workers to reveal whether or not they've been vaccinated against COVID-19. And 52% support firing any, including police and firefighters, who refuse to reveal their vaccine status. The mayor didn't object to those numbers, but the survey also asked if Lori Lightfoot deserves a second term. Just 26% of likely voters said yes, 46% no, 28% not sure. Here's what she said about that.
This is a really difficult time, and people are angry and fearful because of a lot of forces that are beyond all of our control. And it's a long time between now and Election Day. And the politics will take care of themselves. Obviously, we do our own polling, and so I have a reason to be skeptical about your numbers. But I feel very good about where we are. I feel it and see it all over the city. People are coming up and talking about how much they appreciate the work that we are all doing collectively. I think you can see the representation of the folks that are here as well. So, you know, there are some of you in the media who like to write my obituary, and they've been doing it since, when did I get sworn in? The middle of May of 2019. People have counted me out before. You know, your poll in January of 2019 showed me at 1% with no chance or survival. I didn't get invited to the table, Mike, as you remember, when you were hosting bigger names with more money. But here I sit as the mayor of this city, and here I will remain.
Here I will remain, she said, at a campaign-style event in the Cultural Center that sure looked like the launch of a re-election bid. Lightfoot's told that debate and polling story all over the country, so let me note for the record that the 2019 survey she's referring to was done by a different pollster, and it actually showed her at 3%. She finished a few weeks later with 17.5%, edging out Bill Daley for second place and making it into the runoff. By the way, Lightfoot likely got a boost by participating in our debate right here. Yeah, there was a debate right here where she faced off against Bill Daley. And let's note that Tony Preckwinkle, the once prohibitive frontrunner, was badly damaged by the federal indictment of Alderman Ed Burke, who, with his family, held a fundraiser for Preckwinkle. The 2023 mayoral election is 16 months away. As Mayor Lightfoot said, that's a lot of time. I'm Fox 32 Chicago's political editor, Mike Flannery. Thank you for watching. See you next week.
Appreciate you guys' time here. And if it's ever Monday at noon, you can catch Multifamily Mondays here at Keller Williams Commercial. And we hope you have a good week.